أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Viewer, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Light of Islam. Today we shed light on a vital aspect of Islamic knowledge, often perceived as complex: Islamic inheritance. Many find it daunting due to its mathematical calculations and intricate details. However, our esteemed guest, Abdullahi Liman Nuhu, has been blessed with a unique insight, making this seemingly challenging topic accessible and enlightening. Viewer, join us as we explore the ease and clarity with which he presents Islamic inheritance, a gift from Allah. Let's delve into the world of Islamic inheritance, guided by his expertise and passion. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
MashaAllah. So we begin here now by asking you what Islam says, what Islam stands. Or better still, what does Islam say about a gifted house being disputed by the donor's children after their parents' passing? In other words, when someone gifts you, when a brother gifts you a house, when your brother gifts you a house and the person dies, and the children begin to dispute over that gift, what does Islam say about it?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
Just like the other week, we commence our discussion by saying that Islamic inheritance system is one topic considered to be controversial.
No.
And the controversy is not, or the debate is not only on the basis of the shares, but is on whether, on why
Yes.
men receive a share of two females. And another intricacy or difficulties or debate has to do with all these gifts, inheritance, and what have you. With regards to this question at hand, a man decided on his own to give out one of his houses as a gift
Yes.
to his own brother.
Yes.
A gift in Islam has conditions. There are three basic conditions. The first rule of a gift is to offer the gift. Just like me and you sitting, and I want to give you a house.
Yes.
I offered the house to you.
Yes.
You accepted the house.
Yes.
And the third rule is taking over possession. The three must always meet together.
Okay.
If you don't take over the possession of the house,
Yes.
that gift is not yours.
This question comes from a brother.
If that gift is not yours, because he has offered the house to you, he has accepted the house, but you must take over the possession constructively or physically. What do I mean by constructively? He has given you the key, even though you have not taken, you have taken over the possession. Or you have entered the house with witnesses, thank you very much, now go, alhamdulillah, you have entered the house. But where any of the three is missing, that gift is invalid. And you cannot succeed, you cannot claim that house. That is Islam. The property will return back to the properties of the, except if the heirs, the children, or the legal heir, on their own, choose to give you out. If not so, by Sharia, you cannot. But if you take our position, the children cannot dispute that. This is the position of Islam.
So this question was asked by a brother, and I take this question fully, verbatim. He said, "My full brother, sharing the same parents, gifted me one of his houses, promising I would take possession within a month. Unfortunately, he passed away just 3 weeks later. Now, his children are disputing my claim to the house. What is the Islamic ruling on this situation, and what course of action should I take?"
He has no claim, and he can't take any action in Sharia. It's not like I want to give my brother a motorcycle. I came to his house, and we met together. And I promised him, let me go home. When you come and take over, I will give you this bike. When you come to my house, I will give you this motorcycle.
Yes.
On reaching home, I have accident, and I die. Can he claim that motorcycle? The answer is no. Because taking possession is fundamental in Islam. And with regard to the question you asked, 3 weeks later, he died.
He dies.
It means that the transaction is not complete. The tree, offering of the house, accepting the gift, and taking over possession is what matters in Islam.
MashaAllah.
Now,
Jazakumullah khairan. Barrister Abdullahi Liman Nuh,
police officer.
you
No.
wrote a book titled Islamic Inheritance, a Comparative Perspective. I want to ask you, can you share your personal journey and experiences that led you to write Islamic Law of Inheritance, a Comparative Perspective?
Thank
Because
you
that's
very
a
much.
whole lot of work, a great deal of sacrifice. Writing a book, it's a whole lot of work. What were your experiences?
Thank you very much. My book, I started, or I commenced this work while I was in Italy.
Italy?
As a police officer, I traveled out
Allahu
as an Interpol staff to Milan.
Akbar.
So a friend of mine, Juan Ibrahim from Senegal, asked me this question, that why, God, Islam give a share of two daughters to
And me.
a male. There are only two from his parents, and he so much love his sister. How can they say he should give her instead of sharing equally? So he's worried. That was the genesis. Where I wrote to him back in an answer with authorities.
Allahu Akbar.
And from that point, I started, though at back home, we have been reading from school, right from the area, from home, Islamic and whatever school.
Yes.
We have done 1 or 2 about Al-Miras. So based on that, I developed that concept. And I started the work. And the work took me almost 7 good years.
Subhanallah. Wow.
It's not writing a book.
It's not easy.
It's not a joke. Because when you look at the book, it's a comparative studies.
Yes.
In the book, I presented about almost 25 different inheritance systems. The way Mada people inherit is the same like the way South Sudan inherit. The last born of the family. If a man die, leave only a house. That house belongs to the last born of the family. Comparatively with Igbo, with Bini people. In Bini and other Igbo, you understand that the first son, Okpara, determine what happened. And if a man die, leave only a house where he's going to be buried, it belongs to the first son. So from my research, I also thought about Yoruba. The Yoruba people inheritance is 2 ways.
Okay.
If a man die, his property will be shared by way of idigi, meaning if a man has 2 wives,
Yes.
the property will be shared in accordance to the household. You have 2 wives, 1 bear 2 children, 1 9. It will not be divided in according to the children, but according to the rooms. So also, where there is dispute, then the head of the family being done to under the principle Oriojori is now allowed to now give a direction or a direction that the property should be shared in accordance to the numbers of the children. But that is the second option. So I went round. When you look at India, China, American system of inheritance, all are in my book, because the book is comparative studies.
It is.
And I did all with inheritance, a comparative studies of a will, the Islamic will and the Western will. And I taught a lot of tribes, the Bagi, way of inheritance, the Mada, the Nupe people, the thief from Benue State, and the Idoma. All are in the book. It took me 7 years to carry out this research.
Allahu Akbar.
Alhamdulillah, today it's all over the world. In most of the library where you see it, when you Google, you always see the book.
And it remains a sadaqah jariyah.
Sadaqah Jariyah, yeah.
Inshallah, may Allah accept it from you.
Ameen.
So I ask you, what is Islam's stance on including children born out of wedlock in a person's estate distribution, in a person's wealth?
In Islam, a child born out of wedlock has no place in Islam. Under the Islamic principle of inheritance. There are two reasons
Right.
for inheritance. If you must inherit it, you must come under any of them. The first one
Yes.
is marriage. I marry my wife.
Yes.
She will inherit from me.
All right.
Legal marriage,
Legal marriage.
Islamic way of marriage. Then the second point is blood.
Okay.
Your brother, your sister, your grandson, your grandfather, your uncle by blood. He will inherit from you. Then the third one, which is mostly applicable now, is slave dealing. The master who frees a slave inherit from his property. So now a child born out of wedlock has no place, because the parent, the father and the mother didn't marry. So long as there is no connection, Islam did not allow that. Of course, yes, in the Western world, under our legal system, it may be allowed, but under Islam, you don't know. But you, as the father, whom you think you are the father, even though not in accordance to Islamic Sharia, you feel that that child should be given something. You write a will in his favor.
Okay.
You can write a will that when I'm no more, this percentage should be given to this. My son that I claim to be my son, but Islamically is not your son. Because Islam accepts only children born from legal marriage. You know, that child is not ours.
Subhanallah.
It's not.
Subhanallah.
But a child born out of wedlock in Islam can inherit from the mother.
All right.
The mother, because she's the mother. No matter what is from her,
It's from her.
you will inherit from her. But from the father, no. Even though a lot will give instruction in their will, instead of giving a specific share or portion to for that child, you will say, include him. Nobody will include him. And any mother that include him, Allah will not let him go free. He will be punished because he goes contrary to the dictates and teaching of the Sharia.
Allahu Akbar. Jazakumullah khairah. Viewer, if you have just joined us, this is Light of Islam, a program designed to enlighten the public on the teachings of Islam and to clear some misconceptions that surround the Islamic faith. I've been talking with an Islamic scholar, a public servant. He is Barrister Liman Abdullahi Nuhu, fondly known as Lulu K. He is sharing valuable insights.
Police officer too.
A police officer too. And he's sharing valuable insights regarding the intricacies, the complexities, the mathematical inclination of Islamic inheritance law. Barrister, you mentioned a wife inheriting her husband, right? The blood. The child inheriting his father if they were married. Now, Muslims are allowed to marry the Christians. So if a Muslim marries a Christian and he dies, what happens to her? She is not a Muslim.
Yeah. When you study Islamic inheritance,
No.
those who are bar for inheritance,
No.
inheriting or inheritance are three.
MashaAllah.
The first one
Yes.
is one whom you do not share the same religion. Difference in religion. You will not inherit from me, I will not inherit from you. One who kill will also not inherit from, yeah, you kill the son, kill the father,
Yes.
you will not inherit the father. So also a slave. These are the three main var, those who will not inherit in Islam. You marry a woman, a wife, that she is not the same religion with yours, she will not inherit from you. But you, as a good husband, because of the love you have for her, from today, write a will in her favor.
Allahu Akbar.
Write a will in her favor.
Allahu Akbar.
And that will must be implemented.
Even if it is half of the whole estate?
No, the will has rules. You cannot write will above 1/3
Of what you have.
of what you have. You can say, give her 1/10, give her 1/15, give her 1/8 of my property. Because you have a second wife, you know she's going to inherit 1/8. So also give her 1/8, which you have balance. At least let them be happy. It's a
Yes.
way of encouraging them so that at least Muslims should marry them. Yeah.
MashaAllah. We appreciate you very much for talking to us.
Thank you very
I
much.
ask you, Barrister Abdullah Liman Nuhu, what future research or projects do you plan to undertake to further explore the intricacies of Islamic inheritance law? You have written a book already titled Islamic Inheritance Law, A Comparative Perspective. So what future research or projects do you plan to undertake to further explore the intricacies of Islamic inheritance law?
Thank you very much. Like a joke, whether I call myself, I don't call it, I'm an author.
You are.
I've taken time, God help me.
MashaAllah.
My second book, I'm writing on Islamic evidence.
Allahu Akbar. Islamic evidence.
Evidence under
Mashallah.
Islamic law.
Okay.
Because of my experience as a police officer and because of the books we are reading, I find it necessary I should contribute. And very soon, the book will come out. I have gone far. More than 85% of the book is
Alhamdulillah.
at the conclusion.
Allahu
And
Akbar.
when it's out, I promise a copy.
MashaAllah.
Thank you very much.
Jazakumullah khaira. So what are your parting words to the viewer?
To Alhamdulillah, I always encourage people to go and learn about Islamic inheritance. As a Muslim, particularly these days that our next of kin are turning to be our enemies. A next of kin who is just to take custody and hand over to her is now taking over the property by himself. So you should know the kind of person you are appointing as a next of kin and understand the interest of Islamic inheritance. So that by today, you write your will in favor of yourself in a way that you design for a living after death. You design for Sadaqatul Jariyah, you try to create a way in form of wakaf for a reward. If you are no more, we will continue to follow you.
Allahu Akbar. Jazakumullah khaira.
Thank you very much.
Barrister Abdullah Liman there on explaining the intricacies, the complexities, the difficulties therein in Islamic inheritance law. We are grateful to have you on the program.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of the production team, my name is Zubairu Muhammad Oyoya. And we say, Assalamu alaikum
Wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
barakatuh.
Thank you.